This is Stephen Gerard with my review of the Mobifoto Mobilite 12-inch ring light creator kits for the Best Buy blog. After having used this ring light for a couple days now, I've been able to test out plenty of the features, and I'll be going over the list of all the features and pros that make it just the right option to fit into any content creator's setup. Coming right out of the packaging, this ring light comes with the device itself there. You can kind of see the glaring of the light in the camera. It does also come with the retractable moving arm that is able to position it either vertically, horizontally, or kind of anywhere in between there with a full range of motion. And the best part about this is that it does hold your device in place very securely. As you can see here, if with one hand it takes quite a bit of strength to kind of pull it apart. A little bit easier when you do it with your thumb like that, which is what I'd recommend, even though it's a bit hard to do while holding your phone. And the best part about this is that it'll keep your phone completely in place no matter what happens. It won't fall out whatsoever. And you can even tighten it here if you feel it's kind of loose there when I'm moving it. You can tighten it, which creates for a much sturdier feel. And this part at the back there does also loosen and tighten. So you can kind of get it just in the right position you need and then loosen it up when you want to move it around a bit more. Now, everything itself included did come in this handy canvas carrying bag. It fits everything in perfectly. And if you're ever worried about the controllers here or the extra cables getting lost, there is an extra compartment that is able to hold all the extra cables there, and you can fit the remotes in just fine, everything you need, and even some extra little accessories you might want to keep in there too. The other compartment here is where the rechargeable batteries are stored. The device itself operates on two separate forms of power. You have the plug here that I have directly into the wall with a USB adapter. And the plug itself does also come with a little remote there. So if you ever don't have the device, the controller on hand, you can see you're still able to control the power, the mode, the up and down of the brightness, as well as the RGB and the main color modes, which is great if you just kind of don't have the remote on hand or you don't feel like getting up to reach for it, but you still want to use the device's basic functions. Now, the rechargeable options here, you can see you have to recharge it with either a micro USB or a regular USB into power. And the battery operates separately where you can turn on and control it with that. But like I said, currently I just use it in the wired mode, which does the job quite well. The device itself does come with a great amount of remotes and customizability options. Here we have the shutter control option. This allows you to take pictures and videos with your phone from anywhere you are while it's inside the ring light as well. Just with a simple press of these buttons, one for iOS, one for Android devices, you're able to interact with your phone all the way anywhere you are without having to kind of reach over and press it while you're recording videos or taking photos. Just to pair it up, all you have to do is turn the device off, connect to the Bluetooth on your phone, turn the device back on, and then it should show up in your Bluetooth options there, and you'll be able to get right ready to recording. Now, the colored remote here, it has all the different options, and it's important to note that the LEDs and the RGBs do act independently from each other, as this option powers on and off that, and you can't interact with the LED RGBs at all, the colored options, unless you have to turn it on here, and then you have all the options you need. So for the regular white LED options, you have the brightness here. You can kind of control it upwards and downwards. I like to keep it on kind of a middle-high section while I'm recording or interacting with the device, as it doesn't blind me too much. And you have the basic white option, which is on currently, a yellow tinted hue slightly, and then a more evening kind of night color here. And I'll turn it up to the top brightness. You can see even on the evening mode, it does get quite bright. And I'll change it lower so you can kind of see the color just a little bit better there on the edges of the light. And for the RGB options, I'll turn it on there, change it to a... And as you can see here, the options there, it's kind of, this is fading into the different colors there. Best part about this device that I've seen not many other RGB or LED devices do is that you can actually change the speed of the transitions as you use it. So the M option here controls which mode of transition it's in, swapping through different colors in different ways, and the S controls the speed. So some of these you might want like a nice slow ring around the light as it kind of goes from color to color and hue to hue, whereas other people might prefer something like this, changing as you discuss whatever product you're reviewing or whatever you're talking about in your video. Overall, very handy device, comes with more customizability than most LED and RGB controllers I've seen have had in the past. So it's very happy to see with a device like this. And while there are plenty of uses for a ring light like this, there were three that especially came to mind. The first, of course, being vlogging and video recording, as it is also called beauty lights for a reason. since they offer ideal lighting conditions with very little shadows, kind of highlighting the most important features, especially the eyes. The second is subject photography and smaller scale photography, as I found that it created excellent mood lighting and reflections on especially glossy products with very minimal effort that would normally take a lot more know-how or combined devices. And the third which I would personally find the most use in, is just being a general high focus desk light. It provides an extremely bright light on the higher settings, which was able to illuminate my entire room just on its own, and I could easily see myself using it just for that purpose alone, but especially so when combined with the other uses I mentioned before. There was one issue I wanted to note, which was that one of the LEDs on my device was a little faulty, as it created a loud buzzing sound when I was in use of it. Although thanks to Mobifoto's 2-year parts warranty, as well as Best Buy's 30-day return, I'd have no concerns of this happening, and after researching it, it does appear to be a rare issue caused with LEDs and not a known issue with the brand. So you don't have to worry there, and overall still, the product was itself very high quality, especially for the price point. And I have to say, if you are in the market for a ring light, this is one of the highest quality versions you can buy. If you wanted to learn more about the Mobifoto ring light or see any other content creation devices, you can do so over at the Best Buy store.